Good morning to you all. Last time we have discussed endosperm development. And here we discussed mosaic endosperm, and there we have seen that it contains two type of colors, white and yellow. An example what we see, maize. Okay. So next post fertilization events we have to see today, it is embryo development. Now, as we know, embryo development means what? From a zygote. Embryo from where it will develop? From zygote. So development of embryo from a zygote, okay, it is known as embryogenesis. Development of embryo from zygote is called embryo genesis. Okay, so development of embryo from zygote is called what? Embryogenesis. Okay, now here two types of embryo are there. One is dicot and one is monocot. So first we will see embryonic development in dicot. Okay, so embryonic development in dicotyledons. Okay, now this embryonic development which occurs in dicotyledons, also known as crucifer type or onagrade type. So don't be confused. Now this time in medical questions they are asking crucifer type. Okay, so it is also known as crucifer type or onagrade type. These two terms you have to remember. So embryonic development in dicotyledons, also known as what? Crucifer type or onagrade type. Okay. Now here what happens? First zygote happens what? It getting elongation. Okay. So zygote undergoes elongation. Zygote undergoes elongation. Okay, first it is what? It goes elongation and then divides transversally. So first is this, then divides transversally. Okay, so first elongation, then divides through what? Transversally into two unequal, okay, into two unequal parts. Okay, into two unequal parts. Okay, one is known as suspensor cell and one is known as embryonal cells. Okay, that is suspensor. This term you have to remember. Suspensor cell and embryonal cell. Okay, so these two equal parts they are dividing. This means this zygote when undergoes elongation, then what happens? Divides transversely into two unequal parts. One is suspensor cell and one is embryonal cell. Okay, so one by one we will see. So first we will see suspensor cell. Suspensor cell. Okay, as this name suggests, it happens what? Suspension. So it is a larger cell. It is what? Larger cell which undergoes a transverse division. So it is larger cell which undergoes transverse division. Okay, it is this, you have to remember, suspensor cell is what? Larger cell. Okay, now here what happens, it form 6 to 10 suspensions. 6 to 10 cells they are forming, and all are known as suspensions. So to form what? 6 to 10 suspensors. To form 6 to 10 suspensor or suspension cell. Okay, this also you have to remember how many cells they are forming. So 6 to 10 suspensor cells or suspensors they are forming. Okay, now this is the result. This is the result that formation helps in formation of what? A radial cap. Okay, what is that? Radial or radical cap. It helps in formation of radical cap. Radical cap means which covers radical. Okay, radical doing what? Radical helps in formation of roots. Okay, so this suspensor cell help in what? Formation of radical cap. Okay, now what happened? This needs, for development of radical cap, this needs what? Endosperm. This you have to remember what I told. This need endosperm, and endosperm already we know it is what? Nutrition provider. Nutrition provider. Okay, so for radical cap development it needs endosperm. What we have discussed? Suspensor cell. Next cell is embryo cell, or also known as terminal cell. So next is embryonal cell or terminal cell. Okay, so next, first what we seen? Suspensor. Next is embryonal cell. Now it is present towards chalazal end, and this suspensor cell present towards it is towards micropylar end. Micropylar end. Okay, and embryonal cell present, it is present towards chalazal end. Okay, this is micropylar end, and this is present towards chalazal end. Okay, now this embryonal cell divides vertically. Okay, this divides vertically. Okay, and form 8-celled pro-embryo. This you have to remember, 8-celled pro-embryo. Okay, so it divides vertically and form 8-celled pro-embryo. Okay, how many cells are there? 8-celled. Okay, so this embryonal cell or terminal cell which is present towards chalazal end divides vertically and form how much? 8-celled pro-embryo. Okay, now here we will see how this develop with the help of diagram. Okay. First, what I told, it starts with zygote. So just for so it is what? It is zygote. Then what I told? Transverse division. Transverse division here happens, and this develops into two parts. Okay, this develop into what? Two parts. So this is known as what? Proembryo. This is known as proembryo. Okay. Now this further develops. Here this further develops this upper cells, this upper cell is zygotic cell. What I told? Zygotic cell. And here lower cell, this is 8 celled. This is 8 celled, and it is known as suspensor. Okay, it is known as what? Suspensor. And lower one, this one, they are forming outer 8 celled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is forming 8 celled outside and 8 celled inside. Eight and inside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is known as a globular embryo. This is known as globular embryo. It is a 16 celled embryonal cell. Embryonal cell, and suspensor cell 8 celled. Okay. Now this further what happens? This further reducing the zygotic cell size. So this is reducing. Okay. This suspensor cell, this suspensor cell also getting reduced. So this also reduced. Okay, and this embryonal cell become heart shaped. This embryonal cell become what? Heart shaped. And this becomes 32. Here what happens? 16. Now it becomes 32 celled stage. So this stage is known as heart-shaped embryo. Heart-shaped embryo. Okay. After this heart-shaped embryo, it develops into mature embryo. So next we have to see mature embryo. Now, here this is what? Heart-shaped embryo. Okay. Next we have to see mature embryo. This also becomes very small. Suspensor also become more small. Okay. Then here what develop? Here first develop radical and then it develops cotyledons. Okay. This is suspensor. Okay. Here what is? This full portion is radical. So this part is radical. Okay. Where it is joined here. This is known as a plumule. This portion it is known as plumule. Okay. And these two parts known as cotyledon. So these two parts are these and these are known as cotyledons. Okay. And this is mature embryo of dicot, because what we have discussed dicots. Now here questions are asking, arrange the embryo development sequence. Okay, what I told, arrange the embryo development sequence. This is the most important questions. Many times I have seen that questions asked in JIPMER also, AIMS also, AIPMT also. So that sequence we have to remember. What the sequence was there? So sequence of development. Sequence of development. Okay. First was what? Zygote. Okay. Now zygote develop into what? Proembryo. embryo. This pro-embryo developed into what? Globular embryo. So it goes into globular embryo. This globular embryo develops into what? Heart-shaped embryo. Heart-shaped embryo. And what happens then? It develops into mature embryo. Now, this entire sequence you have to remember. Okay, this is more important regarding this sequence of embryo development. Sequence of embryo development. So first is zygote, pro-embryo, globular embryo, heart-shaped embryo, then mature embryo. This is the questions they are asking. Sometimes they are asking that what I told this one, that what are the cells that responsible for formation of epidermis, outermost. Okay, so that I'll tell you. This sequence you have to remember. Okay, so here what I told, in embryonal cell. Okay, in embryonal cell, that 8-celled embryo was there, so that is known as octant embryo. Okay, so these octant embryo, what happens, they are forming. Okay, octant embryo we have seen already. Embryonal cell 16 celled was there, outer 8 and inner one 8. So that outer layer of 8, outer layer of 8 cell structure. Okay, outer layer of 8 celled structure, outer layer of 8 celled structure form what? Protoderm. What form? So form protoderm. Okay, this protoderm, okay, this protoderm, what happens, helps in formation of epidermis. So which helps in formation of epidermis. So this you have to remember, that outer layer of embryonal cell, that was 8 celled, inner layer also was 8, but I am discussing about what? Outer layer of 8 celled structure that form what? Protoderm, and helps in, they are helping in epidermis formation. And inner layer also there. So inner layer of 8-celled structure, 8-celled structure of embryonal cell, okay, what they are doing, so this helps in forming of procambium. Okay, so form procambium. What they are forming? Procambium. And ground meristem. So one, it is forming what? Procambium, and another one ground meristem. Okay, so these two line you have to give attention. Okay, first, which one is forming epidermis? So outer layer of 8-cell structure of embryonal cell forming epidermis, and inner layer of 8-cell structure of embryonal cell forming what? Procambium and ground meristem. Okay, so this we discussed regarding what? Dicot embryo. Okay, now we will discuss embryonic development in monocotyledons. So next is embryonic development in monocotyledons. Okay, embryonic development in monocotyledons. Now, this monocotyledons also known as another name. That name is a Sagittaria type. What is that? Sagittaria type. So you have to also remember this. It is also known as Sagittaria type. Okay, it is also known as what? Sagittaria type. This monocotyledons. Now, here difference is there in dicot development and monocot embryo development. Many time question asking what is the similarity. Okay, so similarity up to octant stage. That octant stage we have seen 8-celled suspensor cell. Okay, so that and globular cell also having octant stage. So what happens, this octant stage having the similarity with monocot. So what we can say, the similarity of development of monocot embryo is same up to octant stage. Okay, this you have to remember, up to what stage? Octant stage. Okay, and later on what happens? Later on differences occurs. Okay, here what you have to remember, that previously what we seen, suspensor cell was 8-celled structure. Here suspensor cell is a single celled structure. That you have to remember. What I told, suspensor cell this you have to remember, suspensor cell is single celled structure, and this only gives major difference between dicot and monocot embryo. So now we have to see. Now here we will see that typical monocot embryo structure. What I told, structure of typical monocot embryo. Okay, monocot embryo means just we have to take an example regarding grasses. Okay, grasses belongs to what? Monocot. Okay, so here what happens, here they are forming upper portion. Okay, they are forming lower portion. Okay, now in a lower portion, they are developing a radicle. This is what? Radicle, and this radicle developing into what? Root. Okay, this radicle covered with one cap-like structure, and that cap-like structure is known as a radical cap that provide what? Protection. Okay. This radical covered with one layer, and this layer is known as coleorhiza. So this is known as coleorhiza. Many times questions asking coleorhiza covers, okay, radical plumule. So you have to remember that it is having a radical R. So here also coleorhiza. So always coleorhiza covers two what? Radical. Okay. So radical covered with coleorhiza. Okay. Now upper portion. Upper portion same like they develops structure that is known as coleoptile. Sorry, upper portion is plumule. Okay, this plumule develop what? Shoot system. Okay, so plumule develop what? Shoot system. Lower one is radical develop what? Root system. This coleoptile, this plumule, it is covering with coleoptile. This is covering with coleoptile. So what if questions here? See, P is there and here also P is there. So plumule covered with coleoptile, radical covered with coleorhiza. That you have to remember. Okay. So now this plumule covered with coleoptile. Plumule formation helps in formation of shoot system. Radical helps in formation of root system. Okay. Now we have seen in dicot two cotyledons were there. So one cotyledons here develops into scutellum. Scutellum. Okay. One cotyledon develops into scutellum, and another cotyledon that was reduced known as epiblast. Now here questions are asking, is monocot having two cotyledons? So yes, they are having two cotyledons, but one first cotyledon is functional, but second cotyledon is non-functional and reduced. It is non-functional and reduced, and that's why, since another cotyledons is reduced or non-functional, that's why it is known as monocotyledons, means only one functional cotyledons. Okay. Now what we have seen in monocot structure of typical monocot embryo, here we seen scutellum, that was first cotyledon or only one cotyledon, that is functional, and another reduced cotyledon is epiblast. Okay, non-functional or reduced epiblast. Plumule develops where? It develops towards the hypocotyle. Here towards epicotyle, what develops? Radical root. Okay, radical cap protection providing. So here one questions are asking, what the questions is there, that a functional cotyledon name is, so what is that? Scutellum. Okay, this you have to remember, scutellum. Okay. Now then already you all knows, already we discussed here that radicle covers with coleorhiza, plumule covers with coleoptile, okay. Remains of second cotyledon, that is non-functional, known as epiblast, okay. So these are the structures relates with what? Embryo development. Now some questions are there that will clarify all the doubts. Now, first question is there. The porogamy, already we discussed entry of pollen tube. Okay. So, first question is there. The porogamy is entry of pollen tube into ovule.